you'll be able to piece control people from further boxes than you used to. Every single time you're building up, what I do is high wall, just like that. I get all 4 walls, and then I continue doing piece control. Welcome to the video where I'm giving you the most updated retakes, dumbed down for you guys to understand and learn in your own practice. There's easy, hard ones, medium ones. I'm going to show you the mindset behind building, the retakes. If you've been on the game for a while or you're just starting out, I promise you this is the video that you want to watch to learn retakes in Fortnite. This is the all-in-one guide. When anyone ever asks me, I'm going to show them this. It's just going to be everything for you in one video. At the moment, the retakes in this video are very up to date, very practical, very useful. You see me use them all the times in real games and creative. I don't think they're over the top personally, but some of you guys might think that. But all I can say, don't forget to use code KenBeans. Check out the merch if you guys want to further support, and let's hop into this. I know this video is rather long. You probably might not want to watch all the way through. This is the reason why I'm putting the most entertaining thing first. What I'm going to do to make it feel like you can actually learn something, I'm going to walk you through all the really important things I did in these 1v1 fights, but specifically pointing out the high ground retakes, not really talking about killing people. Then all those things I talk about, they're going to be broken down to show you how to do them. The thing is, I wasn't able to get an example of every type of retake, so there's going to be even more retakes that I demonstrate later on in the video. So let's get into the interesting part first. My goal is pretty much to make you guys complete sweat. The way I constantly get people rage quitting, leaving the game, is because I'm doing really protected peeks to where they can't see me when I shoot them. That's what makes them really mad. Perfect example is this guy right here. Once I crack this guy, I'm on this side of the box from low ground. What I did was high wall to the opposite end of that box, land on a stair facing whatever direction you want, and then I can edit out through here and try and go for a full box. Okay, now I'm on the low ground again, but this time I don't need to revolve around the box. I see that he's one box above me and he didn't place the wall yet. So what I do is look in that direction, high wall up, grab the wall first, then place the stair. And what I did was try and do this piece control really tucked in behind this window edit. That all happened so fast that he was expecting me to just over peek. A very quick right hand peek, and then when I go to play him again, he leaves. This is a move that's not mentioned in the tutorial because it's kind of basic. I'm build fighting this guy on the low ground and I know that he's directly in front of me. You see how there's nothing to my left? I have to create that box. What I do is drag the walls out to the left and up. I wrap around with the final build to the top right. Then I land on the stair. I'm not making this up. These are the best moves to do to get piece control on people. Have awareness in your build fights so whenever you get double edited on, you see how I'm confidently trying to do my retakes. Because I jumped up one layer, I knew that he had those double edits above me. Now you can't see it, but I instantly look down to place a stair to block the guy to not see me when he does confirm those edits. And then I can continue out with the retake I want to do. Every time you play from the low ground, you need to play awareness more than just trying to crank out retakes. This tip, you see how this guy's doing the most? That's because I felt out his play style. And then once I saw him get double edits on someone, that's usually when people go to piece control you. If they drop in the box just like this, they're absolute toast every time. Let me slow this down for you because you might not understand. There's times in Fortnite where you cuck yourself for the floor. What I did was edit through, I placed the cone, and then from here I jump up to place high walls above that cone. So now I have edits on the layer he's on. Then I place the stair. That move alone is crazy. I'm going to teach you guys something that once you start doing, you're going to find yourself getting a lot more piece control and trapping kids in your boxes. When I dragged over the wall and stair, I saw that there was a stair below me. So that means he's really close to me. I flipped the stair to get closer to the wall. Then what I did was place the flat to morph him up through it. That forces him underneath the stair and in between the walls. And I sat there and gave him a little dead stare before I killed him because I know that that move is so good. This move is quite simple. Whenever there's so much builds around me, I don't know what's mine. What I do is, even though I'm not changing elevation, I'll just do stair, floor, stair. I edit the 2 tiles just like this. Wall, cone, flip the stair to do a 90, and then high wall through the cone. That's a crazy retake, gonna be explained later. We're build fighting the guy naturally. There's a lot of builds here. I look to track him instead of overbuild like crazy. Once I saw that he had a wall there, I instantly looked to high wall above that. Notice how I placed stairs again. And from here, you can go in with full piece control. Notice how I played protective behind the peak because most people will try and shoot you through that window edit. If anyone had this knowledge when they first touched Fortnite, retakes would be tremendously easier. When I was in this position right here, I read the play and I instantly do stair, floor, stair like I talked about, and it allows me to do retakes to leave that area. Here's that similar move from earlier. I started with high walls and dragged down. I placed stairs and now I'm completely protected. This is a move I'm doing almost every second in a build fighting creative. Details in like a minute or so. This is my 1v1 start that I do that really works a lot. Here's where I tried to do stair, floor, stair, but since there was no builds above me, what I did was instantly create boxes above my head to protect myself and finish that up with a cone. Then when I jump up, I swing high walls into position. I don't just sit there and just let them have the piece control above me. That's what allows me to get really crafty. Here's the dragging 4 walls sort of retake, most useful move in Fortnite that I'm covering later in the video. Now let's dive into the breakdown, and then at the end of the video, I have a surprise thing I did. Recording this whole video, I left 3 retakes that are definitely honorable mentions, and you want to learn these. The reason why I didn't include these is because they're kind of basic, but really practice doing high wall side jumps like this where you place the wall first, you land on a stair, you can edit through and do all sorts of crazy things afterwards. Just make sure that when you do this, you place the wall first, And then you could just practice doing this over and over. That was probably top 2 most used moves. Second thing is that whenever you're build fighting someone, you want to learn how to build off just like this. You see how I'm ramping one way and then I'll instantly turn to go the other way? If you really want to get fancy with it, you can throw cones and then do the move. So boom, I'm ramping up. I'm going to throw cones and then I'm going to place walls and then land on a stair. You can turn this into a 180. You can go for piece control out this side. One little sneaky one that I forgot is doing high wall side jumps like this, where you get so much protection and you get the whole, like all these 4 walls and the stair on top. Just literally start by dragging the walls up and over and down. Boom, we'll do it from the opposite side. Notice how I start with this wall first right here. So it goes like this. And then I just land on a flat and a stair. These are retakes that definitely deserve to be in the video. I'm going to show you guys that I have this list here of all the different side jumps. Each line is its own one. So the goal is to get through all these. It's going to be timestamped and I'm going to break down each side jump in detail. So if you want to skip one, just feel free to. Just as a reminder, there's no order to this. So if you know one and you think it's simple or vice versa, just skip to the next one. To start off, since we're in this map, I'm going to show you my best 1v1 start. So in fast motion, I'm going to show you real quick. It goes like this. Bop. So after you do the 290s, you throw 2 stairs in front of you and then it's floor stair and then floor stair. Then from here, I could do all different sorts of things. Just as a reminder, these moves are going to keep you up to date with the meta in chapter 3. One little unique retake that I saw Arkham doing in his fights was this right here. He was build fighting for height in a stacked endgame and the enemy placed a cone in front of him. So all you have to do is wall, high walls up, stair. Notice how it protects this whole angle. You jump through and you can continue going for high ground. So in fast motion, if there's ever a cone in front of you, just make it look like that. Here it is once more. And obviously you want to practice these things from both sides. Following suit off that retake, the reason why I showed you that first was because this is another one that's up to date with the meta. Let's just say I come out of a triple edit like this. If you cone like this and you're in this awkward position, get used to high walling up, editing the cone, and then landing on the stair. So similar to that last one, if you're ever in a spot like this where there's 2 cones, just get used to high walling and editing through them. Notice how I'm dragging this wall, I high wall up as I'm walking forward, and then by the time I get to the center, that's when you want to make the jump and make the edit and place the stair. So in fast motion again, it just looks like this, and I can continue going up from here. This is a very simple thing that you want to know when you're trying to get the high ground. Shout out to Jivin TV because this is where I saw it first. Let's just hypothetically say you come out of a 180 like this. Instead of ramping and doing 90s down like that, what you should do is whenever you do these 90s, you should place the back wall first, then come down into it. So it looks like this. So I just come out of something, boom, I back wall, then 90, and then go again. The old way of doing this is to just do 2 90s like this, but notice how when I do the first one, my right and back is exposed. So when I do the back wall like this first, it blocks my back. One thing I do whenever I'm cranking up is I always, if I edit something, I'll connect it by doing this right here. If I place a stair, my back is going to be shot. So what I do to block my back is to jump off this build and then connect myself with a floor and then a stair. So in fast motion, if I'm ever in a position, I'll go bop like that. No matter what you do in Fortnite, just get used to placing floor stair to connect yourself to build. That's one thing that I learned over the years to help myself never stop moving in a build fight. How many times have you guys side jumped and not got the high wall above this one? If you don't know, really quickly, one of the most useful moves is do a high wall side jump just like this. You can land on a stair, do piece control from here and all that. But sometimes when I do it, I don't get the high wall. So I'm in this position right here. Every single time you side jump and do not get the high wall, what you want to get used to doing is side jumping like this. You want to jump again, but throw the stair out first and then place the wall. And then you can full box from here and just kill someone right underneath the stair. That is hands down one of my most useful moves. Like I said, it's just a realistic tip. Boom, boom, stair first, bop, 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 shoot. I can reset and jump right back on the stair. You definitely need to learn how to do the high wall side jump and then place a stair afterwards. But if you don't get that, you also need to practice doing it with just the one and then throwing stairs ahead of you, then the wall. And then you can go in with piece control and then just get the kill. I'm going to teach you guys something right now that lots of pros do in this new meta. It's probably been around for a while, but it's starting to get really popular because not that many people realized it at first. Every time you're build fighting someone, the most realistic way to kill someone is to literally wrap around builds and try and place high walls first and then the stair. So notice in this position, let's say I want to get above this box. What I'm going to do is I'm going to high wall, boom, and then land on a stair like this. And then that's how I can come in with piece control and get a full box. This is one of the moves I do so often that actually works. I'm not kidding. One of my favorite retakes is doing this right here. So in fast motion, I'm going to show you real quick. Like just like that. So it starts out, it's double edit through the cone, wall, cone, and then you flip the cone, high wall up, and then you can do some other retake or you can literally continue doing the same thing again. Please practice doing this because this is one of the most realistic ways to try and get someone in your box. So if you get double edits on someone, boom, boom, You come here. What you could do is place walls, reset, and now you're in his box if he's just so happened to be above. There's so many different variations to these moves. I'm just trying to show you the bare basics, but if you do these in real game, you're going to find that there's more opportunities for you to get piece control with. What you need to remind yourself in bullfights is to constantly be wrapping around the enemies, turning in like a 180. One of the best ways to get advantages and get sneaky shots is by completely trying to build over people in a 360 all the time. You'll probably see what I mean with an example on screen right now over this. So as you can see in this clip, every single time I do a side jump, you're essentially changing up the angle and revolving around the player. Not only does this make you harder to track, but it also leaves some of their angles open because not everyone is good at protecting themselves when they build. By now in Fortnite, you got to make sure that you have this move down right here where you high wall, stare, and then you can edit through, and then you keep doing that same thing over and over and over again. It's very important that you can do both of these consistently from either side. Next one is doing the same thing, but with the cone and then high wall. Let's just say you're ramping up like this. It's cone, boom, high walls. And then you can go into here, cone flip, high wall again, do the same thing. So I'm ramping up, cone, high wall. You can continue going throughout any side, and you can just constantly use these high walls as protection, and you can easily get piece control from the low ground this way. One of the best things I do is I come out of this move, what I'll do is come out the next one, high wall, one tile edit, and then I'll cone forward like that, and I can box someone out the side. Learning this move, getting comfortable doing it to the right, and getting comfortable doing it to the left, just like this. I promise you, you need to learn how to start doing these from 2 different sides, because if you can really master that, it's going to become way easier to piece control people. This might be the easiest retake in the video. If you're double ramping up, just really get used to doing this, and then if you cone forward, back, stare, jump on floor, stare, like that. Notice how I got one above this as well. So once again, it's just cone, stare, floor, stare. This is the move you want to do. Out of this spot, you're vulnerable to the right and left. People know that nowadays. What you do is you edit this. You do walls, look up, place the cone. You flip the cone. And then as you flip the cone, you high wall just through that cone like this. And then you continue doing the thing I just taught you earlier. So in fast motion again, here we go. I'm going to show you it's cone, bop, 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 high wall, and then edit through, and then you continue with, you know, more piece control and all that stuff. I'm not sure if you caught that though. Did you see when I went like this, and then this move right here? Make sure that you could do it from the opposite direction. So look, if I'm going to the left right here, it's going to be cone back, bop, bop, bop. And you need to be able to do this ramp flip from this side right here, high wall up, and now you're going to the left with it. Boom, 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 high wall. And then you just continue going. If you're watching this video and you made it to this point, I promise you this is one of my favorite retakes that I've been learning recently. This is the retake that's going to help you learn movement the most out of any. Watch me in fast motion. So I'm going to come here. I place cone above myself after the whole thing. I get close to the left side. I get here underneath it, flip the stair, high wall up. In fast motion, here we go. It's going to be high wall. Like just like that. Not only is it satisfying to look at, but you can also point the direction of the stair in another direction. Let's just say I wanted to do it a different way. I'll run all the way forward. If I want to do a complete 180, I'll flip it that way, high wall, and I'll continue going. So make sure that when you practice this retake, it's high walls up, stair, then place the cone as you're going to the left side. You jump, flip the stair at it, and then high wall up all the way from the bottom, and then you're good to go. Same thing going the other route. So it's stair, cone, running all the way forward, flip the stair, bop. And you can go any which way you want. You can cone up like this. You can straight edit out the right. It doesn't matter. I really hope that of all the retakes you guys practice, it's that one right there. This right here is hands down my favorite retake. I do it all the time, and it just looks so clean. This is the move right here that I learned from watching Booga, and this is a little drill that I do to help me with the building grid in Fortnite, and it helps me a lot during my retakes. So I'm going up. It's going to be dragging over walls. You're going to place stair, forward and up, and then it's cone wall. You edit through. And then you keep repping this out just like this. I might mess up here real soon. And if this happens where you place the cone in the wrong spot, no worries, just edit through. Continue doing this. This is a move that you really want to practice because it can lead into an opportunity just like this. So watch me right here. So let's just say I got cones. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag over the walls. I'm going to stare up. I'm going to place wall. And then after I place this wall, I'm going to edit through. I'm going to cone up and down. And then I'll have this guy in a full box if he's right here. I could shoot and then reset real quick. This move is really practical, and I actually practice this when I warm up on the game for the first time. So it's just bop, bop, cone up and down, bop, just like that. Reason why I like it so much is because it helps me learn how to reset this wall from this spot when you don't see it. And it also teaches you how to drag over walls to place the own builds for yourself, so that way you don't fall down during build fights. Let me remind you guys, in build fights on Fortnite, if you ever get double edited on and you're the one that's below the double edit, so now I'm going to build out a brick, every single time that you see two pieces, two builds right above you, always place a floor, stair, it blocks the guy, and then you can continue out doing something else. So anytime you see double edits on you and you're walking into the box, instantly run to a really close wall, place a floor stair just like this, and then you can continue out and doing your retakes and all that jazz. I know it's simple, but I just want to mention it for the people who might be a little bit less advanced. There's 2 retakes in here. This is the second most important one that you need to learn in Fortnite to get better at the game. I promise you, once you start learning this, you'll be able to piece control people from further boxes than you used to. Let's just hypothetically say you're in a spot just like this. There's a guy on this stair. He's on top of this stair. What I do to piece control people is getting used to dragging over walls, but it's not as simple as I'm going to make it look in this example. It's just when I start out, I come like this. Notice how I got all these walls. You can get all 4 walls, and then you lead into piece control opportunities after you get that wall. So in Fortnite, when you're build fighting, I might show an example on screen right now, right after this. Every single time you're building up, what I do is high wall, just like that. I get all 4 walls, and then I continue doing piece control. So boom, like that, and then I can high wall again, and I'll high wall again. You see how I'm getting 4? Look how much space I'm covering. If I place a stair, boom, editing up, full box, and I can shoot a guy. It's really, really practical, even in arena, to burn more mats, especially like this. You claim so much territory when you do this 4-wall dragging tactic that I'm talking about. I saved that for last because the people who make it to the end of my videos, they get the most information compared to the people that left early. I make this stuff look really complicated, but I promise you, it's not as bad as you think. So let's just say hypothetically I'm coming out of a triple edit. All right, you know what? That's going to be too confusing. What I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly go into some games against some real 1v1 players and show you the moves that I'm talking about, so you guys can see how I learn these together and I piece them together to kill people. All right, I'm gonna build fight this guy. I hope this guy's not a bot. All right, he might be a sweat. He's got a good skin on. Okay, here we go. Side jump. Still can't see me. Reset. We're good. Claim that wall. You see how I just claimed that wall right there? That's because as he was coming through this box, I claimed that wall so that I can edit it and continue running out. If I didn't do that, I would have got boxed. So I'm gonna do my start right here. Look, when I get my start, I can look and see what he's doing, and that's how I'll get a better view on him. See how I'm playing patient right there. I didn't just rush it. That's the move I just taught you. You saw that move I just taught you with the cones? It was like this. Okay, got height. Got the stair over my head. We're good. He's gonna double edit. Look, I don't walk into that right away. Boxed. Okay, he got out. You see how he claimed that wall? That was smart by him. He claims the wall before I can grab it. All right, I'm going to keep high ground. I'm going to let this guy get height. Pay attention during this, how I'm constantly revolving around this guy as I'm building. See how I'm going in a circle almost all the time? Look, that was the 4-wall strat. I tried to do it right there just naturally. Here we go again. The 1v1 start. Coned. Look, that's that little reset right there. I usually never try to attack in the same spot twice. He's gonna edit. I never post videos this long ever for the simple reason I do not want anyone asking me about retakes in chapter 3. Hope you guys enjoyed this little part 2, probably be on my second channel. A little something different on that side though. I'll see you guys later. Deuces. Peace.